is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime. This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government. Weapons of Class 4 and lower have been authorized for use during the purge. All other weapons are restricted. Government officials of ranking 10 have been granted immunity from the purge and shall not be harmed. Commencing at the siren, any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours. Police, fire, and emergency medical services will be unavailable until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. when the purge concludes. Blessed be our new founding fathers and America, a nation reborn. May God be with you all.
Yes. So the purge begins. Now, that's a lot of money coming out of Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin for a second. Now, if you don't have enough, and you don't, nobody does. Think of it as like an option that doesn't expire. Could it go to zero? Maybe. I mean, I'm not delusional. Shit, Maybe Satoshi turns up and sells all his Bitcoin. I don't think that's going to happen. So we got Bitcoin sitting at 60,639. If I didn't own any Bitcoin, I might buy a little bit right here. Is this the bottom? I doubt it. We got two things happening. In my bootcamp course, I call this the gray area. Okay? This confuses new people. It is confusing. And this is why it's called a gray area. Because in gray areas, there's not always a right and wrong. It's gray. It's confusing. It's like loving someone you hate. It's kind of fucking confusing. And there's number one. Seeing how far we could get without... I practiced not cursing. So we're looking at Bitcoin this morning. I tend to think this is probably well manipulation. There's a lot of people on margin. They're going to bust you out every time you do the margin. You don't need to do margin, guys. You don't need margin on Bitcoin, man. Just buy the Bitcoin. It goes up enough on its own. You don't need margin. Downside target, 52,000. Downside target, 52,500. And all still well. That's normal life. That would be the money flow, right? That would be the money flow. And then down. That would be totally normal. No need to text me. No need to say, Gerald, what? No need. It's called a stage 4 decline. Totally. Guess what? I wrote a whole book on it. If you go to page 22, you'll see this. And sometimes it's almost like they're in shock. It went down. Yeah, whole fucking chapter on it called a stage 4 decline because prices do it. All of them. If you don't think this could fall 50% out of the fucking blue in any day you wake up, you are delusional. But because it can do that, it allows you to multiply your wealth. See, growth stocks, speculation stocks, and Bitcoin don't pay dividends, man. There's no reoccurring revenue stream. You're going to make your money on the buy. Meaning you're buying and you're going to make your money over time and the buy. And you say, well, what if I can't buy? Then you ride. You're going to make your money over time. That's what this is. Now, that's not day trading. Tonight, I'll be live with the day trade professor. He's my favorite day trader. And Ashton, Blake, Be live. We'll do a little talk. I'll try to bring some value. I don't know what I can say. I don't know what I can do. I do know this. We need to hold our Bitcoin. Even if this goes into a stage 4 decline. Here's my biggest fear in life. I wake up, this is up 15%. It never fucking looks back. And I missed out because I couldn't handle a little downside. I fucking refuse to not get a ton of money because I couldn't handle the possibility of a sell-off. Dude, I settled that shit long ago. You need to settle it. Don't text me or DM me or even fucking bother and asking me. Don't sell this, man. Period. It's already settled. Now's your chance. Now's you're like, oh shit, I need to get my money together. If this comes to 52, let me tell you what I'm doing. You already know. I'm looking to be a buyer, man. I'm looking to be a buyer. You guys are getting a blessing right now. You're getting a blessing. My man said hodl. We should be hodling. I sell a shirt that says that. Hodl. Hodler. Hodl. Keep it. You should put it on a shirt. A life worth living is a life worth documenting. That's what the notebooks are about. That's why I wrote my book, You Don't Have to Die Broke. It ain't because I'm a good writer. I'm a horrible writer. Barely got through high school. That wasn't the point. It was to write it down for me. Blueprint. And I started to post shit for me so that I would stay focused and I would follow. There's people that quit on Bitcoin. They got in and quit. Fucking quitters. They've quit. Don't quit. Don't quit. Settle that right now. Settle it right now. Shit, I so believe that we created a shirt, man. Like, why wouldn't you? When you wear this, I was wearing this in New Orleans, right? So this on, let's go to money flow thing. I was wearing this shit in New Orleans. I wear it all the time, all these things. And I'm wearing it, and guess what? A guy says, you own Ethereum? First time a fucking stranger has ever asked me about crypto is because of that shirt. Now what? I got a friend, trades crypto, works at a coffee shop in New Orleans. That little shirt, that trinket, opened up a door. And I said, hey, you should follow me on Instagram. And we started talking. He trades. What if he says something that makes me $100,000? You say, well, how could that happen? Well, that's how I got into real estate. I met a guy who said blah, 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 and wrote it down. And we sat and talked. And we talked about making money. And I realized that no one in my life was talking about this. You know, so I had to go to the internet to find that. Right, you can find a lot of talk right now. Bitcoin's at, whatever fucking reason. Listen, this is not complicated. People say, what about this coin and what about that coin? Buy all the coins, man. Just buy them. Shut the fuck up and buy them. Don't buy one. You don't buy one. No more than you buy one rent house or have one menu on your item at the restaurant. Or you have one suit. You have one of nothing in your life. So the idea that you're all in on Shiba or all in on, don't do that, man. Unless the one thing is everything. And you say, what do you mean? Like an index fund. That I could get that. I don't get it, but at least it's not dumb. If it's all Bitcoin, yeah, I get that. That's fine. A lot of you guys own crypto and don't own Bitcoin. That's dumb. You know that, right? I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to be your daddy. You own other coins and don't own Bitcoin. You're dumb. It's dumb. Completely stupid. Now, there's people that'll disagree with that. I don't want to cut words. I want to get right to your activity and tell you what it is. That is what you're doing. Stupid activities. Some of you guys own a depreciating couch and don't own Bitcoin. You own a fucking car going to zero and you're like, I don't know about Bitcoin. You don't know? Now you own a car going to zero. You paid $50,000 for a car that will go to zero for certain. They're not sure about Bitcoin. See, but people don't see the big whole picture like that. So as I have a conversation with a guy at a restaurant, and I'm like, so you drive that fucking car, but you don't know about owning real estate. That shit goes to zero for certain. That goes up for certain. Two different purchases, same price. I could buy a Mercedes. I could put a down payment on a fourplex. Now, I get it. There's financing and this and that. I'm just talking about dollar for dollar, match shit up. And as you begin to live like this, so I became a millionaire in 8 years. Nobody wants to hear that. They want to know which token I want to buy. It don't matter, man. If you don't have the rest of the shit, it don't matter what token you buy. You won't have the mental capacity to fucking own it and use it like it's supposed to. You won't learn how to leverage your assets to acquire other assets that produce cash flow to get you other assets. It's not about one coin or one fucking stock. It's about a way of living, man. It's about a way of seeing all coins and all stocks. That's what it is, man. The money flow is here just to give me order out of chaos, man. And it's how I see all stocks and all. What do you think of this? I love it. You said, yeah, but Wish went down. All right. Goddamn, it only went down on the people taking a chance. The only people who get punched in a fucking UFC fight are people who get into fight, not the people sitting at home on their ass watching it. Oceanfront properties reserved for fucking mighty people. You have the money, you have the fucking ability, you take the effort, and you go get it. Right? So the only people that get hurt in trading are people who have the guts to step up and trade. Same in stocks, man. I meet people all the time who think stock market's fucking risky. All right. You know what's really risky? Not owning stocks. I gotta calm down. I want to get a fucking bullhorn sometimes and go stand in cities of America and say, listen, start talking to them. You know what's risky? I'll tell you what's risky. Not owning Bitcoin is what's risky. So where could we go? $52,000. I gotta calm down. I'm mad. I'm mad that your parents aren't rich. It pisses me the fuck off. And yet they listen to all kinds of people. There's been all kinds of presidents and political ideology. Well, I'm a Republican and I'm a Democrat. None of that means shit. Doesn't mean a fucking thing. I'm this, I'm that. Nobody cares. You ain't gonna do shit. Your opinion doesn't matter. It ain't fixing anything. But where it does matter, where it really counts is the shit you buy. See, what you spend your money on gives evidence to what you believe. You ever go broke buying a house? I've done it 17 fucking times. Broke. No money. All in. There you go. You might say, well, you have this over here. It's not sellable, bro. Like, that's not even an option. So I'm all in. You say, well, you have an emergency fund. I know, but this ain't an emergency. I'm taking a risk. That ain't an emergency. An emergency is something catastrophic happens and you need money immediately. That's an emergency. A planned purchase item is not an emergency. That's a purchased item, right? And so that's not up for grabs. So if I go buy something, I could literally, and listen, people won't understand this. I will have $80 in my checking account and I just got keys to a house. I need to make money tomorrow to get money in my checking account. That house might sit for 3 months. I don't have the money to work on it. I'm not borrowing it. I'm not borrowing money to buy paint, okay? You might do that. So we're looking at Bitcoin. So if you don't have any today, today's where you start. If you have some and you're up big, I'd be a little more patient, a little more greedy maybe. This is a gray area. It's a stage 3 that could be turning into a stage 1, which means we work off a little bit of this move up and it doesn't come down. It goes sideways and we get ready to rip higher. And if this holds, this is a blessing. That means we're getting Bitcoin $8,000 cheaper before the breakout zone. Get it? Come on, man. Yeah, you could stake. You can get 6.5% on your dividend at Celsius. Absolutely. I don't do it. I still don't trust it. I know. I'm old-fashioned. Bitcoin goes up and down so damn much, I don't care about 6%. What the fuck? It's down 10% in 2 days. What is a dividend of 6%? But it is a legit dividend, for real. It's just for me, it's not worth the risk right now. That's how much I covet the Bitcoin that I own. Like, I'm not selling it over my dead fucking body. No way. My biggest fear in life is waking up and it's higher and it leaves without me. My biggest fear in life is that you buy new cars and don't own a full Bitcoin. My biggest fear in life right now is that you're going to spend more on Christmas than you have in Bitcoin right now. If you do not fucking talk to me, okay? Stop talking to me. If you're one of my friends, you spend more on Christmas than Bitcoin this year, stop talking to me. Stop. I have to help you, man. I either have to do it rudely or I have to do it friendly. I gave you the friendly option by letting you know you should buy some. I've been doing that over and over. And so I've been friendly about it. Now, if you go spend more on Christmas presents than you have in Bitcoin, don't even talk to me again. I don't even know who you are. You don't exist. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't talk to them. All right? They're going to pay a price, man. Society will take your mind off of this, man. It'll take your mind off of this. You'll be like, well, after Christmas, we're going to go look for a property. All right, Mr. Excuses. Well, when I get my tax return, we're going to go, all right, Mr. Excuses. Fuck, what's the next one? When my mom lets me, I'll go do that, Gerald. When my mom lets me, my wife, when she lets me, we'll go buy a property. When my husband lets me, when my daddy, my husband gives me permission, we'll go push our intent into the universe and buy a property. Because my lover wants me to stay poor. They want me to be poor as fuck and not accumulate things and not own things because they love me. They love me. They want me to be poor. That's because they love me. He loves you. He doesn't want you to own properties. He wants you to be poor and happy with him. Right? Oh, Gerald, come on now. They love you. They want you to be poor and happy with them. See, ladies, tell your man, hey, listen, if I had a daughter, I always wanted a daughter. And every time I see cool kid, I'm like, I wish I could adopt her. There's this one chick that plays this Tool song on YouTube. She's grown now. Every time I watch that, it's the first thing I think, oh boy, I'd like to adopt her. She's awesome. You gotta watch this video. I'd be like, if you part of your goal is to become millionaires, what is your plan to do that, son? And they say, what do you mean? Well, you want to marry my daughter. I need to see the blueprint at which you're going to use to become a millionaire. That's not that much money. If that feels like a lot of money to you, you shouldn't date her. What are we going to do with that? Some of you guys are you're dating losers, man. Spending your time with people, they ain't got the same goals. Now, I get the guys that go, well, it ain't about money, Gerald. All right, well, try to tell that to when they need a heart surgery, or when your kids want to go to private school, or when you want to buy your wife something nice. It ain't about money. All right. Yes, it is. The thing is that everyone, it's not, listen, common everyday people can get rich in the stock market. That's what they're not telling you. If you'd have just been buying $100 a week of Bitcoin for the last 5 years, you'd have a shit ton of money. That's how easy it is. And guess what? Going forward, you will have a shit ton of money. And if you were just putting money in the S&P 500, you'd have a bunch of money. And if you change the way you live and you stop renting and bought a house, you begin building equity. And then if on the weekends you went and bought second house and a third and a fourth and a fifth and a sixth and a seventh and a fucking eighth and a ninth and a 10th, you'd be a millionaire. And then if you took the money from that, begin to buy, I don't know, whatever. And that has nothing to do with playing the piano. That has nothing to do with being a school teacher or a cop or driving a truck. These are just fucking choices you make after you do that. After you're a mom, after you are an accountant, after it's what you're doing then. And once you procure those things, they work for you. So Bitcoin works for you while you're doing nothing. And you know how people pay it back? They want to sell it. So watch. This is a monthly chart. Each one of these is a month. Look at this. The basic tenet of the money flow is that over time, assets appreciate. Not all of them, but a lot of them. That's why we got to buy different kinds of assets. So here's Bitcoin. And this is, what year is this? Oh, geez. 2015 to today. You tell me, when was a good time to sell it? Remember when your husband said, oh, don't buy Bitcoin. Well, he was wrong. And the Chinese were wrong, and you were wrong, and I was wrong. My dad was wrong. They're all fucking wrong. It's going up. It's been going up since it was created. And anybody, what? Okay, you're arguing with history. It keeps going up. Well, it might come down. Good. Good. Bring it down. 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 months, 6 months, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 months down. If instead of, this is what I get a lot from amateurs. This is what I get from 30-year-old traders who think they're smarter than me. This is what I get a lot. And you might be. Maybe you went to college. I don't know. But I was 30 and I was dumb. And I thought I was smart then, though. That's the thing. See, when I was 30, I had 9 houses, money in the stock market. I'm doing all that, like not 30, a little after 30. But I bought my first rental at 32. So I got to back it up a minute. But you get what I'm saying? Like I'm doing these things, right? And as I do these things and I accumulate more and more, I realize I wasn't that goddamn smart. So maybe don't think you're that smart. Be open to realizing maybe I'm not that smart and maybe I have some blind points. But there's two age groups in the world that are the most difficult. 16 years old. They think they know everything and they don't know nothing. And 30. They know nothing, but they've lived long enough to think they know something, but not long enough to be wise. But they are smart. Teenagers are smart, but they're not wise, right? And you've all seen it. If you've lived long enough to get past that and you think back, a guy right now is 40 going, yeah, that's kind of true. They'll tell you opportunity calls. You don't want to be holding this. You could have that money in something else. That's what they'll tell you. Really? Or I could just buy a shit ton of this, cheaper, and then make a fortune. That's an option too, right? That always escapes them. That escapes them. They're in the now. They don't believe this. They don't believe that. They're talking about now. When they return now. All right. This is how Buffett got so fucking rich. His window's bigger. Sees things bigger. So I'm getting texts and DMs from people. What about Bitcoin? I'm so disappointed. You know who you are too. You're probably on my live right now. You're fucking disappointing. You said you're disappointed in Bitcoin. You greedy, greedy, greedy person. He said he's disappointed in Bitcoin. How fucking dare you? You need to fall down and ask forgiveness on the, holy moly, man. You're out of church, bro. You're kicked out. Leave the sanctuary. You're not allowed in fucking Money Flow Church. You ungrateful. What the are you fucking kidding me? This is a 1 month chart of Bitcoin. This is what it's done in a month. This little movement. So if we go back another month, it went from 40. Then we go back and look at this. It does nothing but go up. And you have the audacity to what's wrong with it? Like it's broken. Not your vision. He's 30, thinks he knows shit, went and read something. Well, it's supposed to do this. Yeah, well, fucking life doesn't work that way. Shit you didn't plan on happens. It's not about today. So this is a big crypto meltdown right here. That bar right here. That's it. No, I don't need to drop names. I'll kick almost everybody here out. They're all fucking doing it. Over every little fucking stock, man. It's fucking gross. It is. Immaturity, man. Immaturity. It's what it is. Well, that one went down. Good. What did you learn from it? What should you have done? maybe nothing. Guess what? The only people that get hit in a UFC fight are people who get into the fight. So everybody at home can have an opinion, but they're not in the ring. And you think a UFC fighter is shocked when they lose a fight? I'm shocked. No. They're the ones that got in the ring. Guy puts in a stop order, shocked that it gets hit. Well, you put in the order. What'd you think was going to happen? I think I'll put in a stop loss order. And then it gets hit. And you're like, oh, well, why'd you put it in? You wanted it to get hit, did you not? That's why you put it there. All right, Aaron. Here's another 30-year-old that knows everything. BTC goes up due to Tether, which is complete nonsense. There's a lot more money in Bitcoin than Tether. When Tether's exposed, it's already exposed, bro. You know about it. You ain't nobody, and you know about it. You can know about it by looking on fucking YouTube. It ain't no big secret. Okay, what if Tether's running a fucking punt? Okay, that doesn't have shit to do with my Bitcoin. The money it's not in Tether and Bitcoin. And if they're leveraged or connected and here's the other thing all these smart guys haven't thought about. They're like, well, limited supply. You can buy Bitcoin without buying Bitcoin now. You can go through the futures exchange. You can use options. You can buy all kinds of Bitcoin and manipulate the fucking price of Bitcoin without even owning Bitcoin. You can do synthetic shorts. You can do all kinds of shit. You think Tether is a big fucking secret that hedge funds don't know about when it's exposed? Everyone knows about it. Anybody with two brains who owns crypto knows about it. So yeah, we know that might happen. And then what? Bitcoin's going to go down? Okay. Good. Good. I hope all of you sell it. Good. Sell it. And it'll go back up. That's what'll happen. It'll go back up. It'll go back up. Oh, I guarantee you, Aaron's fucking 30. Knows everything. Works at some tech shop. Now, all these guys are fucking broke, though. Most of them, I mean, are broke. They ain't worth a couple $1 million, but they know all kinds of shit. All kinds of information. Know everything about crypto. Got $20,000 in it. You know how long I've been hearing this shit about stock market's going to crash. Stock market's going to crash. You just wait till the Federal Reserve and they stop buying bonds. It's going to crash. And wait till this, and it's going to crash. And this is going to, and guess what? And when the debt, it's going to crash. All right. It looks like it's going up. So here's the S&P 500 going up. You know how many friends I have telling me, well, the market, it's going down. No, it's not. It's going up. It's been going up since they created it. I don't know if you guys know this or not. It's rigged. It's rigged. All the rich people own it. They're going to do everything they can to keep this game going. It's rigged. And he says, well, what do you mean? Let's see. Here's a couple years of the S&P 500. Let's back it up. Let's go to a monthly. Here's 10 years. And if I go to YouTube right now and I type in Robert Kiyosaki, it'll say, well, the stock market's going to crash. There's a whole fucking people that make their living on that stuff. Getting people to sell it out. And you'll look and you'll see that happen. Bitcoin, same thing. Bitcoin, same thing. There's always some scary thing in the closet, something that's going to end and destroy everything. It's in human nature. But here's what happens. Shit goes up over time. It goes up over time. It's all rigged. It's all rigged. Pretty overbought right now, though. Look at this. Fuck, we have gone straight up. All right, so I'm going to let you know, everybody that asked me what's wrong with crypto, I'm just blocking them today. I just can't talk to them. They're just too stupid to talk to. So here's Bitcoin. It's already coming back. If you don't own any today, I would seriously be looking at it. I know it's dangerous, but owning that card that's going to zero, that's a big positive, wise one. That's a great thing to buy. You own jet skis, don't own any Bitcoin. You guys got to watch. He ain't got no Bitcoin. Is ETH already coming back? We probably ain't even going to get a chance to buy, man. Motherfucker. Let's see. Here's the problem with ETH. If you look across, where's the previous high? Let's just lay a line on that. Look at this. Stop there. Stop there. Stop there. We might get stopped there. My man said trade in the direction of the trend. Depends on the trend direction, right? And I'm not talking about short momentum sniping and all of that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about your wealth. I'm not talking about your trading account. I'm talking about your wealth. You can do your own trading. I want to talk to you about your wealth. What do you got stored up? Not what you're flipping. You need shit stored up. Stored up, locked away. You're not negotiating. You're not trying to time shit. You're not trying to catch cycles. You're just accumulating. You need some of that, man. And yeah, you're going to trade and you're going to catch what you stocks that look like they're on. Yeah, of course, you're going to do all of that stuff, man. But today, what I'm talking about is your wealth. What do you got stored up, man? What's on the move today? Check bonds. Might be downsizing my bonds here, man. Let's see. That's a lot of tacos, $70 in tacos. All right, man, I got to do some work today. I got to run some charts, see what's up. I got to get out a letter to the Money Flow gang. See what's up with these bonds today. You guys be good, man. Oh, yeah, let's check in on Uber real quick. Uber's looking good, looking better than it did. We're just building a big, giant consolidation zone now, though. When do you sell? Don't sell. You look too young to even worry about selling. Sell when you have a whole bunch and it'll make a difference in your life. If we're talking about Bitcoin. If we're talking about Uber. Now, I'm not talking about trading it in and out. That's a different conversation. You can do all that. I'm talking about the big ones. Is LCID running? LCID. Boom. Look at that. Yeah, that's been a hell of a move right there, man. Nice comeback, right? Of course, Japanese are not. The penny stock ones are coming back. Solo was trying, but just can't get above this little level here. Like to see it get up in that $4. DraftKings probably putting in a bottom today. We got our Jesus cross. This whole sector is under pressure, man. Go look at DraftKings, look at Penn, look at this gambling section is under. I like it. I owned it up here too. I haven't sold any of my shares. You could have, though. I mean, depending on what, if you're short-term trading it. But I'm looking to buy more. We're way under the 200. I'm not looking to get out. I'm looking to accumulate. But I also think it's worth, $60 something. So we'll see. But today is interesting. We have a reversal today. Nice. I'd be a buyer of PayPal. Sir. Stage 1 buy. There's our bottom. There's our box. There's our confirmation above the 5. So let's map this. Now, don't go all in. We're going to nibble here. But this is my box. There's your break above the 5. Target much higher. My only concern with this is that the market's pretty high right now. That's my only concern. Yeah, it could be a broken family, but you got a bottom. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days that held it, and you got price above the 5, and you got the histogram turning, and you got the breakout of the stochastics and the rollover of TSI. Check, 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 check. All 6, and it coming off an extreme. That should be the bottom. That should be the bottom. Aaron, you're only 30, sir. Don't try to have the world figured out, bro. It's okay. Relax. Go buy some properties today. Go get yourself a duplex. And do some man work. I feel like you're not messing with power tools enough. I feel like you need to get out some drills and some saws and do some man work. Leave the computer. Put the phone down. Tell your girlfriend, listen, baby, I gotta go do some man things. We've been doing our nails and getting all of our stuff done and my hair done nice, and I feel soft. But I feel like I need to go do some things, baby. I need to get out a compressor. I just want to cut some things. Maybe shoot a squirrel or something. Go hunting. Pay off this loan. Maybe my parents paid for it. I don't know. Maybe my parents paid for me to go to college and get me all smart. Now I'm like so smart. I go around and tell everyone how smart I am. I don't have a book or anything, but I like to lecture influencers. I get guys that do this a lot. They're always 30. And their goal is to lecture influencers and tell them everywhere that you're wrong. Here's where you're wrong. And Gerald, you're using the wrong tool for this. And, you could do this. You could do that. And you should do this. And you're like, how much you got in the game, bro? They say, what do you mean? How much money you got in the game? How much money? Aaron does have a book. Let's go check out Aaron's book. I'm sorry, Aaron. Maybe I should turn over the class to you, bro. What do you want to teach them, bro? Now that I bought the audience here, because nobody even knows who the fuck you are. So, let me guess, you got 1 million followers to go with it, right? So, while you're here, educate us, sir. What should we know now that I got the crowd for you? Now that I went and got you the crowd, what would you like to tell my audience? What would you like to tell my audience, sir, that I built? Posting. Now that I've got you an audience so that now there's more than 8 people on earth know who you are. What would you like to teach them? Handling, we can do that. We can go live. I'll pencil you in. You can educate us on something. It's probably something I don't know, man. I'm sure I got something wrong in my books and courses. I'll write your name down. We'll do a live. You can help my group out. They definitely need it. All right, Aaron. my office, my people will get out. My secretary will call your secretary because I got a feeling you're going to one-up me on everything I say. So since I have a secretary, I'm assuming you have one too. You probably have two secretaries. So I'll send my secretary to your secretary. And then, oh, Jeff Q says crickets. Now we'll schedule a live. I'll go through his office. He's got a PhD. He's probably got a secretary. We'll schedule a meeting. We'll do his book. Now I'm being facetious there, but that's what happens when you do like what I do. People don't understand this. Imagine if every day at your job somebody came in and said, "Hey, that jacket looks shitty. Oh, hey, you misspelled this. Oh, hey, fucknuts, and it's one person after another all day long. They're like, oh, don't listen to that. Oh, really? Don't listen to it? So if somebody insulted you 100 fucking times a day and someone gave you a lecture on how to do something and told you where you were wrong and complained and fucking whined and cried and just day after day, it was just boom, 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 boom. And then they're like, oh, well, just ignore those. Really? Should we just ignore those? Is that what you do as a post office? If you were a postman in every house you went to, about every 10th house, they were like, hey, fuck you. Next, you go to a few more houses. Hey, I like those ugly shoes you're wearing. You go to the next house. And then that just goes on day after day after day after day after day after day. You'd quit. Most people would quit. And then your customers, the ones that do like you, they're so lazy they can't even click like. That's how lazy they are. You have 127 people on YouTube and you have 40 likes. They can't even click a button. The ones that do like you. Imagine the ones that don't like you. And then you go to check your email and it's like 20 emails of people going, hey, you misspelled this. Hey, It's pretty fun. All right, man, you guys just sharing a little of my drama. I get so many people that share my drama with me. They share their drama with me. I thought I'd just share mine with you. I'm going to start DMing all of you guys crying about a stock. Oh, my God, what is happening? Why is this going down? What should I do? I'm going to do that. Just fucking smash people all day. Thoughts on Roku? Looks like, yeah, I like Roku here. Enough with my problems. Let's move on with life. I love Roku here. It's building a box. I'd like to see it get above the 5 though, bro. And that's what I've been waiting on. I've just been waiting for it to get a little bit up. But this is out of favor, man. These stocks are out of favor. They're out of favor. But I like it. I like DraftKings, but my time frame may be longer than yours. But I like it. I just wait. I buy these stage ones. I made a bunch of money in Exxon just buying stage ones, which honestly looks like this. And there's people that'll tell you, don't do that. I'll buy there, that's a stage 1. I'll buy here, that's a stage 1. And if this sets up in a stage 1, I'll buy up here because I fully anticipate we're going to sell it down here. And in the middle, as we run through the money flow pattern, right, we're going to do this for a while. It may go sideways, run up. Maybe I trim a little. Maybe I'm still underwater when I trim a little, and then it goes sideways, comes back down. I put some back on, and over time, I'm trading these quality assets that I believe one day I could wake up and this shit is a lot higher. Like, I think this is one of the top content producers in America. So, like PayPal. Anybody complaining about PayPal is crazy. This is a gift, man. This is a gift. Like, you got to be on these. You got to find these gifts and then hold these as trophy assets, man. Don't let people take them from you. That's not momentum trading. That's not day trading that I'm talking about there. Get real clear in what you're doing, okay? There's a difference in workout styles, difference in savings and investing. There's different strategies. There's different, like, what I'm talking about there is wealth accumulation. And you're cool with it coming down. Like, you should own some PayPal. It's one of the top countries or companies in America. You should own some Bitcoin that you don't sell. I'm not talking about your day trading and your trading accounts. I'm talking about this, okay? That's sometimes when I talk, people, you got to understand, like, I can't cover all areas and all aspects of trading. We're all doing it from different directions, So a day trader listening to me every day is probably going to be like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? See, because I'm talking about something different, man. So get real clear, man. Shrink your world, man, for a minute so you can accomplish what you're trying to do. Shrink it. Don't get pulled in all these different directions, man. All right, man. You guys be good.